What radio, the music you want.
With your host, he's Dan.
Wow, the infamous?
RadioWhat.com. What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What Studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous. It's kind of an extension of the online radio station that I've been running at RadioWhat.com. And if you need DJ services, DJLittleRock.com. My shows this week, on Thursday, I'll be at the Old Post Barbecue in Russellville, Arkansas, for a video dance party karaoke jam from 6 to 9. I encourage you, if you're in the Russellville, Arkansas area, come out, sing a song, and have some good barbecue. Hang out with your friends at the Old Post Barbecue. On Friday night, I'll be at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. Come out to the Rab. They got pool tables, a full bar. Hey, but I heard it's a dry county. Yeah, we got the alcoholics to prove it. It's the Rab on Friday night, a video dance party karaoke jam. Come sing with your friends and have some fun at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. And then Saturday, all day, I'll be at the Heroes and Angels Comic-Con in Sherwood, Arkansas. Come and check that out. It's a good time for a good cause. They're taking care of the kids that have cancer and their families, because, you know, when a kid has cancer, that means that at least one of the parents has to take off work and take care of that kid full time. So that becomes a little bit of a financial burden. So the Heroes and Angels Comic-Con helps to alleviate that burden, at least in this area. So come on out. I'll be the DJ at the after party. And it's going to be going from 10 until 10 in the PM, 10 in the AM till 10 in the PM. And I'll try to be there as long as I can. But definitely I'll be there for the after party. That starts at 5. Heroes and Angels. That's this Saturday at the Sherwood Forest in Sherwood, Arkansas. So come on out and see me. Today on the program, Murderdoll Ivy. No, don't turn it off. Don't turn it off yet. She's not a murderer. She's somewhat of a doll, and her name is Ivy. Murderdoll Ivy. All I know about her right now is she's a real nice lady. I've been following her on the Instagram and the Facebook, and I get to meet her this weekend at the Heroes and Angels Comic-Con. So let's get into it with Murderdoll Ivy. Find out a little bit more on the What Makes You Famous podcast. If you want to tell your story on what makes you famous, I encourage you. Give me a call at 501-470-6386 or email info@radiowhat.com. Let's call Murderdoll Ivy now. Hello, Murderdoll Ivy.
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
It's Keys Dan with the What Makes You Famous podcast. I just realized I have no idea what to call you. Should I call you Murder? Should I call you Doll? Should I call you Ivy? Or do you have a real name?
It's Ivy.
It's Ivy. It's actually Ivy. See, I've been known as Keys Dan ever since I lived in the Florida Keys. So my name is Dan.
Oh, see?
Isn't it great the way that works out?
Yes, it's easier that way. That way I won't forget my name.
I'm noticing a little bit of a Spanish accent. You sound like my Cuban half of the family.
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico! The shining star, baby. Yes. I like to live in America.
Exactly. No, I've been in the States for about 7 years now.
Very cool.
So I still have my accent.
All right. Let's get into it. Yes. You were born in Puerto Rico?
Yes, I was born in Puerto Rico, born and raised.
What part of Puerto Rico?
San Juan, the capital.
Right in the middle.
I'm a city girl.
Oh, she's a city girl. Forget it. You can't get her in the country. Nope.
Well, I actually live far from the city here in Orlando.
I lived in Orlando for about a year.
But not Orlando.
What part of Orlando?
Yes. I live by not downtown Orlando, but East Orlando, far away from, the city.
Yeah, but you're in Orlando. I was in, I was in Valencia. I guess it was Summerwalk Square in that area. I worked at a Bally's up there, and then I worked on the radio at 101 Jams.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, do you listen to 101 Jams up there?
No.
I remember when I was working there, it was the tagline was, "It's sticky, there's jam on it, 101 Jams." Orlando. I remember it being so packed, so tight. Because I remember I worked at Church Street as well at a club called the Edge, a big club. It was like a big warehouse in the middle of Orlando called the Edge. And I remember this is in 1994. Shaq was still on the Orlando Magic at the time. And I remember,
wow.
And at that particular moment, Kurt Cobain had just died, so all the kids were wearing Kurt Cobain shirts and really getting all grunged out. And I was playing some grunge music, but I remember that particular day that Shaquille O'Neal came up, and all you saw over this crowd of kids was just a head going over, and this big tall man comes up next to me in the DJ booth, and he says, "Hey man, let me get that microphone from you. I want to do a little rap." And at that point, at that time, he had an album out called "I Know I Got Skills." And the only thing I remember about the rap was, "I know I got skills. I know I got skills. I know I got skills." That's my interface with Shaquille O'Neal in Orlando, Florida. But enough about me.
Sorry.
This is about you. Now, I know that I follow you on Instagram. I feel like a little bit of a stalker. I follow you on Facebook as well. In fact, I just realized I had not put a like on your page. I know you're a great cosplayer. You cosplay men and women. But before that, you're from Puerto Rico. When and you lived in Puerto Rico your whole life?
Yes.
Okay. Did you went to high school there?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to college.
Yeah, and college. Very cool. She's a very educated woman. And spoiler alert, she's a teacher, a school teacher. Yes,
Not
I like teachers. I like teachers. If you do something wrong, they make you do it over again, and again, and again.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, all right. We'll get into that. Let's see. So, back in Puerto Rico, you had a lot of friends, or what kind of activities did you do in Puerto Rico?
I had a lot of friends. I was married and I have 2 kids.
Hooray!
And yes, so I used to go out a lot just to explore nature. I like to go to the mountains. I study a little bit of biology in college. So I really like to go on hikes and go to the beach. So I used to do that a lot, like almost every weekend.
So tell me a little bit about Puerto Rico. Sadly, I've never been. I've always wanted to go. And, and I know, well, politically, they always feel like outsiders. The Puerto Ricans always feel like, hey, if we're part of the United States, how come we don't get any more rights from the United States? Come on, people. But that's another struggle.
Yeah.
I don't like to get too political, but maybe you can give me some insight on how is it in Puerto Rico?
I love my island.
Yes.
I left because, the job situation wasn't good enough for me and my kids.
What year was this?
The school situation. 2012.
So 2012, things aren't going well in Puerto Rico. You had finished school, you had some kids, and then you were like, that's it. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm a very peaceful person, and I couldn't deal with what's going on. The criminality started getting worse, and it's okay. It's not that it's not bearable. It's not like other countries. But for people like me that you just go to work and have 2 kids and just keep it to yourself, it wasn't my ideal place to live.
Okay, so it's San Juan became a tough town, a little bit of a struggle for
yes.
you. Okay, and
I had a good job there.
Yeah.
It's not that I was jobless or anything.
What kind of work were you doing there?
Better. Oh, teaching.
You were a school teacher. All right. Like what grades were you teaching?
I'm an elementary school teacher. I have a master's degree in preschool and a bachelor's degree in elementary.
Very good. Get them while they're young. Train them from a young age, for sure. That is, I mean, because by the time they get to high school, they're carrying weapons, and that's bad. That's bad, I tell you.
Oh, no. I can't. I have a high schooler, and I can't deal with high schoolers.
Okay. So, all right. So we, by the way you're speaking, sadly, I think you were a single mama at this time.
Not right now. I'm married. I'm remarried.
No. I said at 2012 when you got out of Puerto Rico.
Oh no, I moved here with my ex-husband.
Oh, okay. So the situation was good. Oh well, sometimes things don't work out.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay.
I haven't been single for too long.
Well, no, I suspect not. You're a great person as far as I can see.
Oh, thank you.
No, for sure. I mean, every instance, every person I talk about you. In fact, I talked to Brandy Bullock about you just the other day on the podcast, and we are very excited to see you this weekend at the Heroes and Angels. And I know we need to make
so excited.
Yes, we need to make mention of that you're traveling all the way from Orlando to Sherwood, Arkansas. Sherwood, Arkansas. Where's that? In the middle of Arkansas. What's this girl from the middle of paradise in Orlando coming to, well, another paradise? Because your world will turn from, I know Orlando is far away from the ocean, and people think that everywhere in Florida is so close to the ocean. But when I lived in Orlando, it was an hour away from Daytona. It was so far to get to the ocean. So I had to move back down to Miami and the Florida Keys just to be near the water. But I remember Orlando, very hot in the summer, very cold in the winter. So cold.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And I got to get out of here. So it took about a year for me to get out of Orlando. But I hope that we treat you right here in Sherwood, in the Little Rock area, because it's very green. When I lived in the Florida Keys, it was very blue. And then I moved here to Arkansas. It's very green.
I travel to Arkansas every year.
Hey!
That's one of my favorite states to travel.
That is so cool.
There.
That is. Well, you have family here.
Yes, it's my husband's family, but it's my family. So they live in Hot Springs.
Oh, that's so cool.
Where we usually go. Yeah.
Hot Springs is great. The first time I went there, I jumped right into into a fountain. I put my feet right in, and then I found out that it was frowned upon. You probably shouldn't do that. There's many hot baths, but it was so warm. It was so nice. I just took my shoes off and put my foot right in there.
And they have an amazing buffet that I always go, and I'm sad that I'm not gonna be anywhere close to it.
Oh no, that's true. Hot Springs is about 2 hours away from where we're gonna be.
Yeah, I love to eat. So. Oh
my goodness, who doesn't? I think eating is an essential part of life. These people that fast, it's craziness. It is. It's insanity, I believe, and that's my unofficial diagnosis. All right. So we get to Orlando in 2012. What do we start doing?
Mm-hmm. I kept teaching here. I was teaching preschool here.
Preschool.
And I taught. Yeah, I loved it. I love teaching. It's just I got sick, so I had to stop teaching in 2014.
Oh, I hope you're better now.
They finally discovered what was wrong with me this year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting better. getting better.
Like aches, pains?
I'm sorry?
Like aches and pains? What are the symptoms?
I have what we thought it was anxiety and depression, and it was attacking my body, like physically. My anxiety was like affecting my stomach, and I was like getting really, really sick. I couldn't eat anything, and it's not that. It was I had bipolar depression. So they finally found that out this year, and I'm getting the right medication now.
Okay, well, here's something we can delve into. Tell me a little bit more about what bipolar depression is.
So it's a chemical imbalance in your brain, and being bipolar means that you don't have like a gray zone. You are either depressed, sad, no, you don't have energy, or you go into your manic phase, which is your hyper phase.
Yeah.
And there's no happy medium. You either go from one to the other. And it was affecting my mood, my family. I was mostly depressed. My bipolar side is more depressive. And that was affecting my whole body, everything.
Now, I've heard of people called manic depressive. Is this what you think you might have?
Yeah, that's what it is. But mine is not as manic as you think. Yes, I get bursts of energy, but not as often as the depressive.
Oh. And how is this able to be treated?
I'm taking the right medication. I'm taking vitamins. I'm taking. I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression, so I was taking anxiety and antidepressants, and it wasn't helping. So now I'm taking anti-anxiety and so the antidepressants and the medication for bipolar disorder, and that balanced everything out. It has a lot of side effects, like gain weight. That's why I'm more to love. I'm more curvy than usual. But it's good. I try to help people. I belong to a group here that try to help people with depression and anxiety. And that's actually what I like to do, encourage others that are going through the same thing, because it's not easy, especially if you're undiagnosed.
Yeah, no, that's something positive that you turned out of a negative, that you're able to help someone else with a similar problem or a similar situation. Yeah. And do you have groups that you go into, or do you have people that you talk to on a regular basis?
Yes, it's a cosplay group called Florida Cosplay.
What's the name of it?
Florida Cosplay.
Florida Cosplay, okay.
And that's what we do. We recruit other cosplayers, and we're a big group of different type of cosplayers, and we all have some kind of depression or anxiety, and we share our stories. We try to help each other, encourage each other. We guest at different shows and try to encourage other people by talking, by doing panels, and through art also.
That sounds like an amazing group of people. How many people are in the Florida Cosplay group?
Cosplayers, about 30.
Wow.
And there's also artists, graphic artists, canvas artists, writers.
And how often do you meet throughout the year?
We do video chat, and every time there's a convention, they're mostly from South Florida. So if there's a convention there, we meet and we work together.
Oh, that's great. Now, is there an online presence that people can get in on to meet up with the Florida cosplayers?
Yeah, there's a Facebook page. It's Florida Cosplays and FloridaCosplay.org.
Florida Cosplay and FloridaCosplay.org. And that could help out quite a few people. My goodness. If you're suffering from depression and you don't know where to turn, or just you cannot manage it, please get in touch with the Florida cosplayers. Maybe you can steer your mind into another another manner to make you feel better. Is that what
Yes.
you're trying to do?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what we do. And it's helped me a lot because I even stopped. I paint. I like to paint canvases, and I stopped doing it. And they encouraged me to start painting again, and
Okay.
that's great.
So I'm looking at the Florida cosplayers group, and it looks like there's a banner of a lot of different cosplayers. Is that the right group?
Probably.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry, I just don't have the page right now.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Well, I'll definitely try to put it in the show notes and the show links and put, of course, the links all to you. But okay. So since 2012, you've been doing this kind of. All right, you started teaching, and then you got out of teaching when?
In 2014.
2014.
I lasted 2 years here.
Yeah.
And 11 years in Puerto Rico, so a total of 13 years teaching.
Well, and then dealing with children, all day on a day-to-day basis, with the type of. Have you always had these ailments?
I was diagnosed the first time in 2008,
Huh.
and that was the time they diagnosed me with depression. But it was like on and off thing, and like that year, 2014, actually something triggered it, and I was having a hard time till last year.
Do you have an idea of what that possibly was?
It's just chemical. It's
Just chemical. It's nothing you ate. It's nothing you did. It's nothing in the air. It's just chemical.
No.
Wow.
No.
And I know you said the doctors cannot get a hold of exactly what it is.
No. The last year, like December, the doctor said that I should have a blood test, and that's where she figured it out. And nobody did that before.
Oh my goodness! So you finally got some kind of cure in just last year.
Yes.
Oh well, fantastic! That's a nice doctor in Orlando. Then I'm guessing.
Oh, she's amazing.
I'm so glad that you found her. Jeez, that's wonderful news. So you feel like you're in good shape now, and so what are you doing?
I'm great.
What are you doing for a living, or for hobbies, or for?
I do cosplay full time. I'm a stay-at-home mom and do cosplay full time now.
Excellent news. And how often do you get to cosplay?
Oh my God! Here in Florida, there's almost a convention every weekend, so I cosplay very often. Like, I had a convention not this weekend, the weekend before, and
where was that?
I'm going to Oregon this weekend. It was UltraCon of South Florida, and then I have another convention in May. I have another one in June. I have like 3 in July. So, yep.
Okay.
At least 3 conventions every month.
And is this something that you can make money on, or you just do it for the love?
Both.
Okay. Well,
Sometimes
okay. If a cosplayer is trying to get into this, and possibly, I didn't know that you can even make it a career. How would somebody get into this, cosplaying for a living?
First, I have a very, very loving and helpful husband.
Perfect. Good to have a steady home life.
And yes. Well, we recently bought a house, so
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I also sell my paintings, so that helps.
You have art as well.
Yes, I do art.
We'll definitely get into that.
Accessories. Yeah, so I sell my stuff online, and that helps with like smaller stuff. But like doing a career, it's not from one day to the other. You have to build it slowly but steady. And in my case, it's because I'm here at home all the time, and with what I sell, I also buy my supplies. and I have a lot of good fans that buy me stuff. They send me, you need a wig? Okay, here's a wig. So they help me with my cosplays also.
Wow. And this is something that you can do from home?
Yes.
And you have a studio set up at the house?
At the new house, I will have a studio. I'm moving next week.
Congratulations.
After I come back from Arkansas.
So up till now, where have you had to do your cosplaying? And is this mostly taking pictures or videos or going to different conventions? How is it that someone makes money off of this?
I do a little bit of everything. I do, right now, my studio is my dining room. So I used to do live videos on Mondays, which on Twitch. So I was transforming myself in different characters.
Hey.
And people like those pictures. They also buy those pictures, which is awesome. I have like different products. Like I used to sell hair accessories of my own paintings. The paint. You can also create different armor or different cosplays and do commissions. I've done that before. So you can.
So people ask you to do a different cosplay, and they pay you to do that?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I've done it for my friends. I'm very picky on who I do commissions for because you can't please everybody, and some people are more picky than others. So I done, for example, Valkyrie from Thor. I did it for a friend. I did a Deadpool suit for another friend.
Yeah, I noticed on your banner that you do men and women cosplays.
Oh my God, I love that.
that is incredible. I saw you were doing a Johnny Depp from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, that was out of nowhere because two of my friends were in my house. And I'm like, I'm bored. Let's do some makeup. And I started doing that makeup out of nowhere. And it was really funny.
That is cool. Yes, I see that. Well, okay. I see one from Friday the 13th where you did a Daphne, and then there's Freddy in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Now, does your husband get involved with the cosplaying as well?
He's my photographer.
That is great. That is great to have that right in the house, that someone to support you to take the pictures, because I know that a big part of this cosplaying and making money off of the cosplaying is the photos themselves. So if you can find a really good photographer and marry him, that would be the way to go.
I didn't marry him for this.
Sure you didn't. Sure you didn't. He's very talented, I can tell.
Yeah,
you can brag about him. You can brag about him. He takes really good pictures of you.
Thank you. He's very easygoing, and he lets me be myself, and that's good because that's one thing about cosplay. Don't change who you are. Like, yes, you can be a different character, but always be yourself.
Okay.
And treat everybody.
I'm glad you qualified that. Don't change who you are, because you are ever changing. I'm counting in one panel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different cosplays, and that's just in one picture. That's a collage.
Oh.
And how often do you change cosplays? Okay, or we'll tell. What are your cosplays just from this year?
Yeah, and I have a bigger list that I haven't finished. But it's like I had a good childhood, so I watched a lot of cartoons, and I still watch cartoons. Okay. And when I like a character and I identify with that character, I like to become the character just when I'm dressed up, obviously. And I like to make voices and do weird voices.
That's cool. Okay, so what was your favorite cartoon growing up?
I'm sorry, I'm outside.
No, that's okay.
And the car is just driving by. I love the Ninja Turtles and I love Transformers, and I love the Silverhawks and Thundercats, and I think all boys cartoons.
Okay. And then, I noticed you did a Marilyn Manson too. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that has a very funny story behind it.
Well, you tell your funny story
husband-
about Marilyn Manson, and I'll tell you mine.
No, it's like I like Marilyn Manson. I've been a fan since I was in middle school. And my husband, for my birthday last year, gave me a fitness pole because I like that, like the fitness pole and the being silly. I'm always dancing and singing in the house. And I did the makeup and I started taking pictures, and we installed the fitness pole, and I'm like, oh my God, let's use the strobe light. And I got super excited, and I did a whole video of me dancing on the fitness pole as Marilyn Manson.
Oh, how cool. And is that video available?
Yeah.
It's out there somewhere on your YouTube, maybe?
It's part of it is on my Instagram.
All right. I encourage everyone to go stalk Ms. Murderdoll Ivy on her Instagram and find that video. That's pretty cool. All right. Now, in case you didn't know, all right, Marilyn Manson was born January 5th, 1969. I was born January 31st, 1969. He was born in Ohio. I was born in Miami. But he did go to high school in Fort Lauderdale, Western High School. I went to high school in Fort Lauderdale, Western High School, the same years that he was there. I never knew him, Brian Hugh Warner. I never knew him, but in 9th and 10th grade, he went to my same high school. I did not find this out until my 10th reunion when I was DJing the party, and the people said, oh yeah, Marilyn Manson went to our high school. But he did not graduate from our high school, so I think he went to St. Thomas Aquinas down the street in Fort Lauderdale. But in 9th and 10th grade, supposedly, Brian Hugh Warner, Marilyn Manson, went to Western High School in Fort Lauderdale, Davie, Florida.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
I never met him. I don't know him. And then you get to dress up like him, and you look just like him. So cool. All right, so what was your first cosplay?
My first cosplay, like a good one, or
No, your first one, like when you're a kid in school, in your underoos or watching cartoons. I consider that a cosplay.
Oh, in Puerto Rico, I always dressed up when I was teaching because I think you should keep the kids entertained. But I didn't start cosplaying until I moved here.
No. Tell me everything about the teaching and dressing up. Like how? What did you do?
Okay, one story I can tell you.
Please.
I was teaching kindergarten, and they had the kindergarten graduation, and I did the whole graduation dressed as a clown.
Best graduation ever.
There's pictures. I think my mom has them.
Like what kind of a clown?
I am
like
a normal clown.
Like the one with the big rainbow hair with the red nose and the face paint?
Yes.
Big baggy clothes?
Yes.
And the kids, were they scared or were they happy?
They were laughing so much because
El payaso.
Yes.
Mira ese payaso.
Exactly.
That's clown for the English speaking peoples.
But it was really funny. So I used to do things like that.
And what year was that?
Dress up. Oh my God. I don't remember. It was like 2000, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, and you were living good in Puerto Rico, the shining star, San Juan.
Yeah.
And the kids, did they come up and take pictures and tug on your nose?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, because it was like a circus theme graduation, and I am see the whole graduation like that.
Okay.
And
See, now that's fun. That is fun. That, I don't cosplay, and I say I don't cosplay, but every time I do these events where I get to DJ, or at least I get to be a part of the events, I dress up in some way. Like a lot of times I'll put lights on my clothes, or, just take some battery operated, whatever, lights and light up my suspenders and my bow tie and put glasses on. But I don't think I do an actual cosplay. But a cosplayer recently told me, yeah, that's a cosplay. You're dressing up. You're pretending to be somebody else, or you're transforming yourself from your own person. What do you think a cosplay is, Ivy?
As long as you dress up and play the role, everything can be cosplay. Because there's gossip cosplay, there is crossplay. You don't have to actually build a super complicated armor cosplay to call yourself a cosplayer. I did that campaign with borrowed clothes, and so many people that my first cosplay here in Florida was Marceline from Adventure Time, and I was just wearing my regular clothes.
Oh, Adventure Time. That is so cool.
So, yeah, I think as long as you go with your role, with your character, or with what you want to show, or, show people, that's cosplay. You don't have to. I think that's very, very misunderstood, because the cosplay community is very divided between what is cosplay and what is other things like boudoir and what is not cosplay. I think there's not a definition of actual cosplay.
Now,
right now is anything.
Now, what made you become Marceline the Vampire Queen as your first official cosplay?
I love Adventure Time, and I love vampires.
Okay. Now, how did you get into Adventure Time? Was it because of the kids, or is it just on your own?
My kids.
Sure.
My kids,
sure, it was the kids. I think you got in on it all on your own. Okay.
Well, could be.
So, Marceline the Vampire Queen, okay, you did this cosplay for what? Why?
Tampa Bay Comic Con here in Tampa.
Tampa Bay, yes. Been there many times. Home of Bert, was it Bert? Oh my goodness. The actor. Oh, Bert.
Wish?
Oh, Burt Reynolds. That's it. How did I miss Burt Reynolds?
Oh my God. I thought that's what you were going to say, but I wasn't sure.
Yep. He's the home of, well, not the home, but certainly he's from, Jupiter, Florida, or lived in Jupiter, Florida, but Tampa Bay is all about Burt Reynolds. So, all right. So you did that for a Comic-Con there. And that was, what year was that?
That was 2012.
2012. That's when you said you started cosplaying. Yep. That sounds about right. And then how did you keep going? Or did the kids get involved in it?
Well, my kids liked it, but now they're older. And, my daughter was making like kind of a cosplay today. And my son is almost 16. So he's like, no, I'm just wearing ears or something silly. He doesn't full cosplay anymore. But we watched cartoons together, and I tried to. Most of the time, they decide what I wear.
Oh, that's
They're
cool.
Like, Mom, you should cosplay this. Mom, you should cosplay that.
So you have some agents there, some advisors.
Yes. One is 9, and the other one is 15. So I have from like small kid cartoon to my oldest son that is more hardcore, into video games and things like that.
All right. So we did Marceline in 2012. What was the next cosplay? Do you remember?
Yes, I did Jessica Rabbit, and I've done
cool.
Jessica Rabbit since then.
You're not bad. You're just drawn that way.
Exactly. See, I misunderstood.
Jessica Rabbit. Very good. Classic cosplay. And you did that one, I'm guessing, for another Comic-Con?
I did it for MegaCon.
Wow, you remember. So these are like your little babies that you put together, and you remember them from 2012. And what was the next cosplay? Do you remember?
Jessica Rabbit was for 2013, and we did a family cosplay. I was Misty from Pokemon.
Yes,
and my son was Ash, my husband was Brock, and my daughter was Pikachu.
How cool is that? You got the whole family, the family that cosplays together. And this is 2013 in that time?
2013. That was for Tampa Bay Comic-Con 2013. Then 2014, I did Morrigan, right? 2014? 2014 or 15, I did Morrigan from Darkstalkers.
Wow, I don't think I'm familiar with that.
Oh, she's my baby. I'm remaking that one next month.
Okay. Exciting. Well, I see that you know a lot of the same cosplayers that I know. You have Poetic Steam Hippie and
oh, she's awesome.
Yeah. My goodness, this is wonderful. So and we go. Where do we go from here?
I don't know. I done video games cosplays. I done anime cosplays. Now I'm really into anime.
Okay.
And horror cosplays, because I go to a horror convention every year here.
What are your favorites?
What else?
What are
my favorite cosplays?
Yeah. What are your top 5 favorite cosplays that you like to do?
Jessica Rabbit.
For sure.
Morrigan.
Okay.
What else? I like. Oh, I did Demona from Gargoyle. I love that one.
Demona. Wow, these are. I love cosplayers, but I just. Some of the things I don't even know where they're from, and yeah, I'm that guy walking around going, "Wow, where is that from? That's an amazing costume." But now I know where Demona is. Do you do with the feet and the cape and everything? The red hair?
I'm sorry?
Do you do it with the feet that are? She's kind of a demon, right?
Yes, she has a crown, and she has an 80s hair. And I did it for Dragon Con.
Oh, I imagine you were a hit.
Yes, I got interviewed by oh my God, Cosplay in America, and I was freaking out.
Yeah. Well, I know this weekend you're going to be a big hit for sure. Are you bringing the whole family?
No, I'm not, because of the moving thing.
Yes.
My husband is staying behind, and I'm just going to be by myself.
Well,
I'm lonely.
I'm so happy that even though you have all that going on, you still made the time to be a part of Heroes and Angels. And like I said, Brandy Bullock was talking about you on a podcast previously. Probably, I think it was Thursday, and we were chatting about all the cosplayers that were coming. She's very excited to have you there. I'm excited to have you there.
I really appreciate that. When I saw what the cost was, I was like, I want to be there, because I have 2 kids and I have family who died from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I am really, really aware and scared of. And I was like, no, I need to help. And I said that from whatever I sell, I'm going to donate part to the cause.
Oh, that's exactly what happened. She said she needed a DJ, and I said, I'm there. I'm there. You got me. I think you got me was the exact words that I said. So I'm going to try to get there as early as I can because I have an event the night before until 3 a.m. But I'm going to go right home and get some sleep and then try to be there as early as I can. And I know I want to be a part of the Heroes and Angels. So okay, you've got some great cosplay. I'm so happy to be talking to you. And I know we're going to chit chat a little bit on Saturday for sure at the Heroes and Angels Comic-Con. So what other tidbits of information can you give to cosplayers that are trying to get involved in cosplay and perhaps even make some kind of a side job or a little bit of a living off of it?
Just be very, very positive and be very welcoming of people. This community can be great or it can be really tough. And just be part of the solution or part of the problem. I think if we work together, this hatred that's going on and, what's dividing us as cosplayers will cease to exist. And I think the more the upcoming cosplayers know about how to deal with peer pressure and the body positive movement, that's very important. I think we are going to improve this community because it's a very, very strong community and it's here to stay.
Yeah, from what I see, cosplayers that I know at least are build each other up and just love each other, and they're always meeting up at having lunch together, having a little party together, getting together at different cons, all over Arkansas. I know we don't have one every weekend, but at least once a month in Arkansas, there is some kind of a con going on, and I'm happy to be a small, tiny part of it, and I'm happy that
Arkansas is great.
Oh, I'm happy that people like you come to get involved, especially with the Heroes and Angels Comic-Con that we're getting involved in on Saturday. And please, if you're listening to this, get involved. If you're anywhere in the Arkansas area and you want to meet Murderdoll Ivy, and she's not as scary as the name might suggest, Murderdoll. We haven't even gone into why Murderdoll. Why Murderdoll?
So I'm terrified of dolls. I don't like dolls. I don't like Chucky. And there was this band, the Murderdoll, and I'm like, oh my God, all these Murderdolls that I don't like for example, Chucky, Annabelle, and it sticks to me. Like, let's use this name and my name because I don't know. I didn't see anybody having it. I saw a lot of Ivy dolls, and I wasn't gonna be the same as everyone else. I like to be different. I'm weird. I'm very shy, and I'm very different.
Well, you'll be happy to know that I heard on another podcast that they're remaking the Chucky movie, although Chucky is not going to talk, and that's the rumor.
No, Chucky's voice is by Mark Hamill.
The new Chucky?
Yes.
Okay. See, you've heard more than I have already. I just heard this last week on a podcast, so I guess the things are changing, always changing. You never know what you're going to learn.
Oh my God! No, my husband made me watch the trailer because he got so excited because it was Mark Hamill. And I was like, I don't care if it's Mark Hamill or who, but I don't like Chucky, period. There's a funny story.
Please.
When I got married the first time, I went to Hawaii for my honeymoon.
Yes.
And we rented a car and drove to the middle of Hawaii, the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And there was this little shack, I don't know, it was a weird house, very, very old. And they were selling antiques. And we were nosy. We wanted to see what's up. Yeah. And there was this giant, oh my God, giant Chucky doll, life size.
No.
And I left.
Yeah. I go to the other.
fun.
How about no? Let's walk the other way now. Run.
And it was from an antique shop, and they have the natives there. What if it was actually haunted? No. I left.
Oh yeah. I gotta go. I don't care if you don't believe in haunted. I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I when I was a kid, they gave me a little doll that was just a little clown. You put a little record in his back and he would sing a song in Spanish, and we called him Pepe. And I don't remember what the song was. In fact, when I got it, I don't think that the record played too well, so it was always I go, get that away from me. Get it away from me. So my grandma had to keep that thing. And it's still, when the Chucky came out, I used to play with my friends and go around the corner and scare them. Oh, but the little record in the back.
No,
thank you. No, thank you.
My bed is a platform, and it's because I don't like to put my feet near the edge of the bed in case there's something underneath it. No, I'm really no.
No. There's a meme that I've seen where you have your whole body on the bed. You're safe. You put one little toe off the bed. No, you're going to get murdered. That's it. You're done. No. Okay. All right. So we're getting a little bit about what goes on in the mind of Murderdoll Ivy. Any other tidbits of information? Oh, do you have any other hobbies besides the cosplaying? Traveling. Where have you been?
Oh my God.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
What are the bright pins on your map?
Oh my God, Europe. I've been to Ireland, England, France, Germany.
Jealous.
I've been to Hawaii.
Jealous.
I've been to Canada, Mexico.
Jealous.
Obviously, I go to Vegas every year.
Jealous.
I love Vegas.
I'm jealous.
I'm sorry?
I've traveled around this country, and that's about it. The closest thing to another country I've been to is when in the 80s, Key West seceded from the Union. No, it wasn't even the 80s. It was the 70s. Key West seceded from the Union and called themselves the Conch Republic. So I went to Key West when they said, oh, that's it. We're not part of the United States. So.
Oh, my God.
Well, what they were doing, the mayor of Key West, he said, you know what? We're not getting enough money from the government, so let's secede from the Union and apply for foreign aid. We'll get more money. Of course, President Jimmy Carter at the time said, no, that's not going to work. So 2 days was about the as far as that went. He sent the army down there and said, nope.
Oh my God.
So that's the closest I've been of being out of the country. But oh my goodness, you are well traveled. You've been all over this planet, or pretty much anyway.
I really like it. I like to learn from other cultures. I like to learn other languages. I like to meet different people. One time we went to California. We brought the kids, and we decided to cross the border on foot.
Oh my! No, don't! No, you could get in trouble. No. So what happened?
No. We wanted the kids to experience what they go through in the border, and we saw people getting arrested. We saw people trying to cross the border with drugs. The kids saw all that. I'm like, you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
Look all we have, and look how these people live. And I think it helps them appreciate what they have more.
No, I believe that. And a lot of people have this controversy with this wall, and the wall is just going to keep people in. I think as soon as they get into the country, it used to be that, the Mexican people would come over, they would do some work, and then they would go back to Mexico and be with their families and have a little spending money. And now with the border security being strengthened as it is, I don't think the Mexicans are going to be able to go back and forth as easily as they used to be able to. So it's just keeping the people in, really.
It's a very complicated matter.
It is. It is. And I'm not fully. Yeah. I don't have the full insight on it. Please.
Exactly. And it's sad because, like, Puerto Rico is not so different from the United States. It's still a different culture. And I don't see the difference in, like, the world should work together. I don't see the difference in the, like, as human beings. And that's why it's so sad about the wall. And it's not the United States fault, but I think other governments like Mexico and Venezuela, something has to be done with them. Because if these people are risking their lives to come to America, it's because their countries are doing something really, really wrong. I wouldn't risk my life to go to another country if I'm living okay.
No.
So the problem is not the wall; it's mostly what's going on in those countries.
I have to agree. I have to agree. Same. Ivy, I'm learning a lot about you.
Yes.
I'm learning so much, and my listeners are learning so much. I'm so very excited to.
But I'm not a nerdhead.
Oh my goodness! You said you were you went to college, so I as a college student. No, you seem like you're well educated. You're a very bubbly person. You always have a smile on your face, at least in your photographs. I've seen some of your little video clips, and they always make me smile. So I'm sure you're making other people smile in the world, just watching you progress.
That's awesome.
Oh, for sure. And I'm sure that's part of what you're doing. I mean, the reason that I came up with this podcast, What Makes You Famous? I mean, I have a radio station called radiowhat.com. So I figured, it's not what makes you famous. It's what, makes you famous. Everyone has a story to tell. And I've got a little piece of your story. And it seems like you have a good family life, a good life that's going on. And you've got your situation with your was it you said bipolar or manic depressive?
Yeah,
that that's under control.
Bipolar depressed.
Bipolar, yeah. And you got a good husband, good kids, and I'm so excited for you and so happy for you. And you're well traveled. That's a wonderful thing. So
it's just, you have to live your life to the max, because you never know if there's a tomorrow. And this is not a YOLO situation. I think YOLO is kind of do whatever crazy thing you come up with. This is more like, if you have the opportunity, just take it. Don't think about it, because my husband and I, for example, has this like motto, and it's like, if we have the opportunity to see an artist, to go somewhere, we do it. You don't know when it's gonna disappear. Like what happened with Notre Dame. Thank God we went there.
Right.
And we saw it.
And do you realize that the French people are very mad that they're going to rebuild that Notre Dame, because the French people are having problems?
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah. This is something that I've heard, that they're very mad that the government's going to be spending money on that rather than on the people. So
I posted that on my personal Facebook, and I got a lot of backlash from people saying that will bring a lot of jobs for the people of France. And I say, yeah, I understand that, but I wish that people had the same, let's say that, like wanting to help other causes too, not only a monument. It's fine, it's beautiful, it was amazing,
right.
But yes, look how they collected all this money. But when there's somebody in need, you have to do a GoFundMe, you have to do a telethon or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I'm
you
sorry,
have to. I try to look at it from both sides of the coin because yes, if you put this monument back together, there will be jobs. Maybe you'll have more tourism, and maybe that was the reason. One of the reasons that people came to that part of town to begin with. But then you do have all these people that are impoverished right around it. You know that.
Yeah.
Two sides to every coin, right? It's tricky. It's a tricky situation, and I try to look at it from both sides.
I try to look at life that way, that hear both sides of the story, and I think that's why I'm so easygoing and so I don't care. I don't worry that much. It's because I like to see the positive side, and I learned that from my husband. See the positive side of each thing, or each story, or each situation.
Oh, yeah. Very enlightening, Miss Ivy. Thank you so much. My goodness. I'm so, I've said it before. I've said it again. I'm so excited to see you this weekend at the Heroes and Angels Comic-Con. So any hint on what you're going to be dressed up as?
Yes. I decided to go with Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
How nice.
Because of yellow and gold.
Big yellow dress.
I know you the colors of the cup.
Yes. Yes. How beautiful. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Thank you.
Miss Ivy. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. We've gone through so much today. Oh, this last hour is wonderful. And I've learned so much about you and thank you. And I hope to learn more about you for sure this weekend.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. It's been really fun. I was nervous. I was super nervous.
Oh.
But it's been great talking to you.
No need. All right. Well, how do the people find you on social media or on the web out there?
Everything is under my name. Murderdoll Ivy on Twitter, Instagram. I have www.murderdollavy.com. And I'm starting a podcast.
Hey, winner. Everyone should start a podcast. Everybody.
It's to talk about my cosplays and my friends' cosplays. It's called Dollcast, and it's on Spotify right now.
All right.
The first episode. And also I have my modeling pages, which is under Ivy's Dollhouse name, .com.
All right. Well, I'll definitely put those all in the show notes. And I'm so excited. Man, Murderdoll Ivy. Thank you so much for coming on the What Makes You Famous podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'll see you this weekend at Heroes and Angels.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Party people, that was Murderdoll Ivy. That's what I'm talking about. Everyone has a story. You never know where the story is going to take you. I had no idea. I see this nice lady. She's doing lots of cosplay coming down my feed on Instagram and Facebook. And I had no idea. She has a story to tell. And you just heard at least a little part of that story. I'm so glad that she's taking what could be a negative and turning it into a positive, helping other people that have similar situations. So, yeah, I encourage you, follow Murderdoll Ivy at murderdollavy.com and find her on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're interested in her modeling page, it's ivysdollhouse.com. Whew, that was a good story. Thank you, Murderdoll Ivy, for coming on the What Makes You Famous podcast. If you want to be a part of the podcast and tell your story, give me a call at 501-470-6386 or email info@radiowhat.com. That's it for today's episode. I've been Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.
Radio What, the music you want. Hey guys, this is Shelly G with a fast fact. In the movie Father of the Bride, Annie and Brian marry on January 6th. But in the opening montage of Father of the Bride 2, there is a framed invitation of their wedding which states they were married on October 9th. Do you have a fast fact? Share it with us at Interactive Radio, radiowhat.com.
Be on Radio What's. Call 501-470-6386. Say your name, where you're from, and you're listening to What? The music you want is on radiowhat.com.